is the plaintiff, Mary Rinaldi. She says the defendant, her ex-son-in-law, owes her for a loan she made to him, and no matter what she does, she can't seem to get him to pay her back. She doesn't have spare cash just to give away. Can't believe it's come to this court case, but what's right is right, and what's owed is owed. She's suing for $4,419.19, the amount of the loan. This is the defendant, John Mason. He says he got custody of his daughter 6 years ago and was no longer required to pay child support to his ex, the plaintiff's daughter. Then 3 years ago, his tow truck was impounded because of a snag with child services. He needed his ex to sign some papers, which she refused to do. And next thing he knows, his truck was released. And if the plaintiff made some sort of payment to make that happen because her daughter is stubborn and pig-headed, it's on her, and he owes nothing. He's accused of being an ungrateful son-in-law.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mary Rinaldi?
Yes.
You are suing your former son-in-law, John Mason, for $4,419.19 that you paid on his behalf in child support payments in order to get his truck out, and you want him to repay to you. Tell me what happened here.
Well, John called me up and he told me that they had taken his truck. I tried to find out why there was so much owing on a truck that wasn't insured. So then he told me that he had fallen behind. He was supposed to pay $100 a month in child support, and he had fallen behind in child support. And they had sent him about 20 letters that he failed to answer, so they impounded his truck.
Okay, what happened? You're driving, you're stopped for something else, you don't have proof of insurance, and then they impound your car and find out about the child support order?
No, they actually showed up at my house one afternoon with a tow truck and a sheriff.
Okay.
And they took my truck right then.
And it's for a child support order from when?
Well, it's a child support order that was from when my daughter was 3. And when my daughter was 14, I finally got her away from my ex-wife and this woman. Because there was abuse going on the whole time.
What kind of abuse?
My ex-wife was hitting her and leaving bruises on her constantly until she finally hit her in the face so hard she bruised the whole side of her face. And her friends came, my ex-wife's friends came forward, came to our house, Serena and I's house, told us what was happening. We immediately went to court, and Tisha signed the letter signing over custody of 100%.
That's your ex-wife?
Yes, 100% custody to me. Somehow or another, in that time, the child support thing never got resolved. And then they stopped
How did it not get resolved? Because you're in court, everybody's standing there, the parties are all standing there, and she's handing over 100%.
Actually, that's not true. I never even walked into the courtroom. I never even had to go. Tisha signed a letter signing over custody to me. My lawyer took it to the court.
Okay, but your lawyer was in court. I mean, right? Somebody was in court, and the judge is signing custody.
My lawyer took care of it in court and never heard anything about it again.
Well, your lawyer didn't do a very good job. If the child support order wasn't handled, what was...
Clearly.
Have you called your lawyer since then?
I've been to family court. I can't even tell you how many times. Went back there again and filled out the papers again. No response. I finally, honestly, I gave up. I got so fed up with the whole system. They allowed my daughter
to be... Well, sure. It's easy to figure out why you're giving up. You didn't have to pay the $4,419.19 anyway.
That's actually
Grandma did.
Inaccurate. That money just went to her daughter.
I understand that, but she doesn't want to give it to her daughter.
She'd been
she wants you to give it to her daughter. She gave it to you because of the truck issue.
She didn't ever give anything to me.
Well, she paid it. It was your problem to straighten out. You may be 100% in the right. The system may be completely incompetent. Your ex-wife may be a total jerk and thief, or someone who you owe a lot of child support to. I don't know which, but that's not my case. That case is in front of another judge. So bad things happen in life, and this was your problem to handle. But on the day that truck got confiscated, the person you called was Ms. Rinaldi. And Ms. Rinaldi, why are you handing over to the government who did you write the check to?
I wrote a check to the Commissioner of Taxation and Finance.
Right. And why is it you're writing a $4,419 check on behalf of an ex-son-in-law?
Judge, you should hear the sad story he told me.
Tell me.
My granddaughter called me and said Daddy's going to have to work 16 hours in the gas station for minimum wage because he doesn't have his truck. The truck.
How old is the granddaughter?
She's 20.
She's 20 now.
Yeah, I understand.
Well,
now, when did this happen?
This happened when she was 17.
March 09.
It happened in 09.
Right.
Okay, go on.
So I said, well, what am I going to do? So he said when he got the truck back, it's a pretty new truck, he was going to sell it and get a used truck. And the money in the difference he would pay us.
So the understanding was that he would repay this.
And I sent him numerous letters. I even said I would take $150 a month until that would have taken a long time. But I was willing to do that as long as I got, I mean, we're both retired, living on Social Security and a pension. So.
And what would he say to you when you would send him these letters? Did you ever say anything to your granddaughter?
She said, Nanny, please don't involve me. So
that's a little tough to say when she was all over it when it was happening.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
So I even have a registered letter that I didn't even open this. This is proof that it was a loan.
Okay.
And
show me all of the letters that you sent him or any of that you have a copy of. You got a registered letter back that he didn't open and didn't claim. And what did you want to interrupt with?
And this I didn't open.
This is about my daughter being abused by her and her
No, it's
daughter.
not. It's not. It's
this
not.
money was
It's
going
about
to
a loan.
somebody
Stop,
who
ma'am.
didn't deserve the money and shouldn't have gotten it.
Let's just assume you're 100% right.
No assuming.
No, let's just assume that money should have never, ever been ordered to be paid to your ex-wife. Let's assume that. I'm going to assume that. I'm going to assume you are right. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to give you that. The problem that we have is that when the truck is confiscated, there is one person you turn to, and that's Grandma.
I didn't turn to her.
How did you get the money?
She sent it to me. I didn't turn to her.
No, she paid it to the company. How did she know who to pay it to?
I'm sorry, that's not accurate.
Well, how did she know who to pay it to?
She called me. She said she wanted to pay the money because she knew that her daughter had no business with that money. She absolutely knew.
How would anybody want to straighten out your garbage?
That's all she's ever done is give that girl money.
Why would anybody? Why didn't she just give her daughter money? Why
she
would
did.
She? No,
she just did it
no.
through
I'm not
me.
stupid. I understand that the money that went to the commissioner went into the daughter's hands. But why does anybody care about you? Why would anybody want to get you out of your pickle? You're painting her out to be a horrible, abusing witch who is, and then at the end of the day, when you had a pickle, the person you turned to post the money so you can get a truck and work was her. So she can't be that witch you're talking about. I'm putting myself back on the day that this happened. The day that she's writing a check to the commissioner for your financial thing that you've got to straighten out, but to be honest with you, I just said forget it. Right, because that's your method. That's fine, but that's your method. That's not her method. It takes a lot of work to straighten out family court sometimes. And instead of you paying to get your truck out,
20 years they couldn't straighten it out. Instead of you paying to get your truck out, then going back to family court, and then asking a judge to reopen it, and then having the modification, doing it the legal way. I tried.
What you've decided to do is use Grandma, have her pay it, and figure, okay, the two of them can just work it out among themselves.
Inaccurate.
Tell me how. I want to understand, Mr. Mason. I want you to tell me. No. I haven't asked my question. I want you to listen to me. Assuming that your ex-wife is Satan, why would anybody who's on a fixed income write a $4,000 check to the Commissioner of Taxation to help you out of a problem unless you asked them to and it was out of pity for you and your situation? And that you are now, after the fact, saying, get it from your daughter, get it from your daughter, get it from your daughter. Why would anybody help you out unless you ask for help?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So what do you think about this guy not paying the ex-mother-in-law back?
He should definitely pay her back. Stop being a jerk and, put your feelings aside. And
how do you do that? If you really can't stand somebody and you had a marriage that failed and the whole thing, how do you get past that?
He should look at his children, his grandchildren, her grandchildren, his children, and just focus on them. And that's how he should get beyond it.
Fair enough. That's a very good point. We're going inside the courtroom.
I didn't ask her for help. All she wants to do is help that woman.
Then why doesn't she just give her money and nail you?
That's all she ever does.
So then she could just do that directly. Why does she have to go?
Because I
why does she have to on the path
because I told her I was
pay
going
off
to
your
take her
problems?
daughter to court. That's what I said. I said, I'm going to take your daughter to court.
So
she
take your
said,
daughter to
no,
court.
no, don't do that. I'll send you the money. That was how the story went.
Okay. I don't believe you.
Well,
Okay. But I have one question and only one question to answer here. And that's whether this is money that was posted until we straighten this out, posted and you have to pay her back, or a gift to you that you can just walk away from and leave her and her daughters struggling over. It's your problem and you've got to straighten it out, and you've got to do it the same way everybody else. You're not better than anybody else because you were able to persuade her to post the money, okay? You've got to straighten it out in family court. Now, out of curiosity, what is it that your daughter said when you, did you ever call your daughter and tell her what was going on?
I told my daughter what's
Did
going
you
on.
tell her before you did it?
Yes. She was very upset. She said, you know, this is a kind of a deadbeat dad, and you're helping him out, and he's done nothing
I'm
for
not
us
a
all those
deadbeat.
years. So I said, look, he's going to pay me back. He's going to sell the truck. He's going to get a
When
used-
did you first realize that none of that was going to happen? Because the money ends up going into your daughter's pocket. That is what happened, right? Like, it goes to the Commissioner of Finance, then the Commissioner of Finance ends up paying it to her in child support. So your daughter gets that money, and then what happens?
Well, see, I sent him, when I sent the check, I wrote a promissory note for him to sign. It never came back.
Oh, see, here's the thing, though. Promissory note first, money later.
Yeah, I realize now all the mistakes I made.
Yeah, but so what happened with the money? The money goes into your daughter's hands.
I have no idea. I wasn't interested
No,
in
I'm
that
telling
part.
you. I'm telling you that the
I
money
see.
goes into your daughter's hands. Now, your daughter's position is, I'm owed this money for child support for when I had the child.
I can see that.
Right.
But that wasn't my concern at the
Except
time,
that
just
she
to get the
wasn't
truck
owed that
back.
money.
That's fine. I wish you the best of luck proving that in child support court, which is where you have to take that.
Yeah, well, family
I
court
only
allowed
have
my
to
daughter to
decide
be
this little
abused
issue
for
here
14
about whether
years.
you talked a
So-
good game to tell. Go ahead, tell all that to the family court judge. See,
I have.
only have. Fine.
She paid for high-priced lawyers for her daughter to keep abusing my daughter.
Listen. Your daughter's 20. Okay?
Now she's 20.
Yeah.
She is scarred for life.
Listen, that's fine. Take it up with the family
I
court.
have.
Well, I'm sorry that you're frustrated. You're no better than anybody else who has to go take it up with the family court. You
It's
don't
about
get
my
to have
daughter,
her
not
post
me.
the money and then get away. Whoa, I got off scot-free. I don't have to worry about orders that are issued against me.
This is about
go
my daughter,
fight
not
the
me,
order.
just so you know. It's about
Bitter man, $4,419.19 verdict for her. You go straighten it out. You can go sue her. If she got an unfair judgment,
Oh, I will.
go
You
ahead.
can be sure
go
of that.
sue her for the money. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now the plaintiff has got her money back. Let's find out what the defendant thinks about this outcome. What's going through your mind here? You're pretty loud in there and pretty demonstrative.
Well, listen, it was about my daughter being abused and about court never doing anything about it. It wasn't about money with me. It was about child abuse against my daughter. So
What's
at
your
the
next
end of
step
the day,
from here?
what's my next?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to I'm going to take her to civil court. I'm actually going to take them all to civil court. So they're going to find out. They're going to bring out the real child abuse, and I have letters and documentation about the child abuse.
How's your daughter doing?
She's okay. She stays with us, and she has an apartment down the street, and we got her back in college, and she's on track, and so she's good.
All right. Good luck. Right around the corner there. All right, so come on in here. The judge bails you out. Come on in. Step in here. What's your feeling about having to go through this way?
It was very painful, but does justice. And my daughter, that crazy lady he made her out to be, my granddaughter is living with her, and she's going to college, so it's not so bad.
What was the most painful part of all this for you?
The painful part was to realize that he wasn't going to pay us back with all the promises he made. That was hard.
Okay. Take it, Harvey.
Okay, you know what? This gentleman here said exactly what I was just going to tell you, which is, doesn't matter how he feels about her. He may hate her, but the fact is, it is a legal matter. He owes her the money, and he has to pay. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.